There's something called the SQ3R method that helps you read, understand, and comprehend anything that you read like a genius. And this method stands for survey, question, read, recite, and reviews. And this method has traditionally been applied on research papers or books or anything that you're reading manually. But in today's video, I'm going to be taking it to the next level, and I'm going to be combining this really powerful method with AI. So you can only imagine how much more powerful it will be for you to use this method alongside AI, which will take you to the next level of memorization and understanding. In today's video, I'm going to be using Unriddle to help you with this. And Unriddle is an AI app to help students, scientists, academics, and researchers to help you very quickly understand papers, books, recorded audio, and also help you write and cite with AI and keep everything organized in one place. There are a number of different tools and features that Unriddle has. It also helps you to find citations, to edit, to improve your writing, and make it sound even more academically rigorous. So let's start from the first step. So S stands for survey. So in this step, you want to skim the text for titles, headings, summaries to get a really quick overview. And the purpose is to understand the structure of the thing that you're about to read, know what the main topics are just from looking at the headings and sort of what's being presented to you visually. Now, how are we going to do this with AI, you might ask? So let's open up our paper that I'm trying to understand today. It's about the role of senescent cells in aging. Very complex, 22 pages. I just want to get a quick understanding. So the first thing that I'm going to do is look at all of my headings and subheadings. So I can see that I've got a number of different subheadings, and these tell me about the story that I'm about to embark on when I come to read. I can also see that I have a fairly decent reference list, and then I have a few figures. So these are figures that are going to be supporting the text. What this is doing is preparing me, because now I know that I have 6 main sections and I have 3 figures that are supporting this text. So now I'm going to use the AI tool, and I'm going to say, what are the key features of this paper that I should note at the first glance? Now, this is going to inform me of some things that I should just take note of that maybe I didn't see otherwise. There's things about the research and context, which I also need to take care of as well. It's just about skimming the paper at the first glance. Step 2 is question. So question is where you turn the headings into questions to focus your attention. And what this does is it sets a purpose for your reading, and it really keeps you focused. It keeps you focused because it means that you're constantly asking why, what does this mean, where does this come from, what's the impact of this? So let me show you how you can do this using AI. Here I'm taking this heading, causes and effector pathways of senescence, and I'm going to ask the question to Unriddle, what are the causes and effector pathways of senescence? Summarize this for a quick understanding. I am asking the question about the title, and these small circular numbers are reference points that reference and show you where in the text this information has come from, because this information is only coming from the text and from nowhere else. Another thing that you can do is you can highlight some text, and then you can chat to that text alone. If you don't highlight text, then it looks at the whole text. But if you just highlight a specific section, you can ask a question. So here I've said, what are the key takeaways from this section alone? Because I highlighted a particular paragraph to demonstrate it for you. And again, it summarized it for me in 120 words. And by the way, you can change this. You can make it 120 words. You can make it unlimited, so it's an unlimited number of words. Or you can say you want it in fewer words as well. Another thing I'm going to do, which is really important for helping with memory and recall, is to incorporate active learning within your reading process. So to be able to do this, I'm going to say create flashcards to summarize this paper. And flashcards are a really good way of testing your understanding using a very quick question and answer system. So normally, again, I'd have to take all this text, read everything, make the flashcards, write the answers down. So this generates a number of flashcards for me, and it gives me the question, it gives me the answer, and it also gives me an explanation to that answer. The third part is read. And in read, you want to read actively to find answers to your questions. And what this does is it really focuses your attention on the most relevant bits of information. So to be able to do this, I'm going to ask some questions. So I'm saying, give me 5 important questions that I should know the answer of for this research paper. And what this is going to do is I've got these questions now, and I'm going to try and test myself to find the answer through my reading. I want to now say, okay, how can I find the answers for these within my within my paper, and that will help me with the reading and with testing. And if I'm stuck on anything, I can just ask Unriddle a question and it will give me the answer for it. So like, I don't understand this process very well, and it's given me a summary of it. I don't understand what the word embryogenesis means, and again, it's given me a summary for this explanation based on the text that I provided it. So it's just a really kind of lovely way, an easy, productive way of pulling out information from the paper that you've been given to actively memorize, learn, and understand. The next one is Recite. Now, in Recite, you want to summarize what you've read aloud or in writing, and the purpose is that it reinforces understanding and helps you identify gaps in your comprehension. So how can we do this using Unriddle and AI, you may ask? So you have this You have this section here, which is the notes panel. In this panel, you're able to take notes as you read and understand and ask AI questions. So here I've asked about embryogenesis, and I didn't know the definition of this. And now I'm going to write this down and actively remember it and recall it and kind of keep coming back to it again and again. And having that written note there really reinforces your understanding, and you can keep on kind of pulling out information from what you've read, what you've asked, what you understand, and put that in your notes section that you can keep on coming back to and recalling for when you want to learn this. Another thing that you can do is group papers together. So as you can see, I've grouped 3 papers together into this introduction section, and I'm going to be using them for my introduction, and I can ask questions about all 3 papers together. And this, again, really reinforces your understanding because you're not just focusing on one research paper and what that specific paper says, but you're looking outwardly and being critical and trying to be, essentially that's the essence of being an academic. You're not just focusing on one research paper, but you're looking at what the research area says and what others in the research area are deeming as correct. And the last R is review. So in the review section, you want to go over your notes and key points regularly. This helps to consolidate your knowledge and overall helps with long-term recall. What I would do with AI is I would just ask questions like summarize the key points in this paper's, and this would be after you've read everything. So not in the beginning, not in the middle. After you've read, you've asked the questions, you've looked at everything, you've summarized. At the end, you can just go over the whole thing again and get overarching summaries. Last but not least, another really cool feature that has been recently released is that you can ask Unriddle a question, but then you can determine where you want the answer to come from. So from your library or from general knowledge. So if you're using your library, then that could really pull out all of the information that you have from your notes, from the papers that you've saved, from everything that you have. You can ask a question and it will pull out an answer for you, which I think is really cool. And it just kind of consolidates everything that you have in your library and allows you to ask questions and interrogate them. I hope that you found this video useful. I think a lot of traditional techniques of reading are still really powerful, and I think it's a shame if we lose those techniques because we are now using AI. So how can we still use AI, still stay with the times and still move with, everything that's going on, but be able to use old school traditional methods which we know works and has always worked to be able to understand, memorize, and learn information. So if you like this video, let me know, and I hope to see you in my next one. I'll leave a link in the description down below for a link to Unriddle so you can go and try it out yourself with a discount code as well. So if you enjoy this video, then don't forget to go and click there and try it out, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.